notes today on a notepad. That will be structured for the first 5 seconds. Probably not after that. And we're ready to go. Bang. Almost on time. I was about a second late there, wasn't I? How is everyone? I'm just trying to still set things up. No matter how early I start, I can never get things on time when it comes to actually starting the stream. But I've got sound. You can hear me. You can see me. And look, I'm wearing my Santa hat. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Yes, Wayne, I know it's only like the, is it the 5th today? The 5th of December. It's because in 2 weeks' time it would be my next stream, which is a Thursday. But I won't be here for that stream because I'm going to be sleeping to see a small indie film at midnight. Mainly that one. So I can't do a live stream and then go off to see Star Wars. So yeah, so believe it or not, 2 weeks today, Star Wars is on. So that's going to be good. How the devil is everybody? I've got coffee today, by the way. I'm not in my usual cup either. I'm in my Gryffindor cup again. See, it is coffee. It's actually cappuccino. Should be drinking cappuccinos at night, I know, but there you go. Where are we? I'm just looking down. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. 2 sugars, please, Mike. I have 3 normally. Nice hat. This is my Mickey Mouse hat from Disney World. It's my Santa hat. But I won't be wearing it now because I've got the back door open. It's about 200 degrees in here. So unless you want to see a grown man sweat to death and I'll be like the witch from the Wizard of Oz and melt, then I'm sure you don't want to see that. Troy, you can't hear me because it's muffled? How can it be muffled? Let me just check the mic. Yeah, the mic's good. I don't know why. Speaking of Star Wars, have you watched The Mandalorian yet? Dash Riptide, yes I have. I've done episode 4, Sanctuary, which was quite good. Hence why I've changed my Facebook profile picture to Baby Yoda drinking a cup. But I can't talk about Baby Yoda because that's spoilers. We can't talk about spoilers. Some people haven't seen it. Oh, good Abend, Schwartz. Mr. Fusion, hi Wayne, how are you? I sent the tyre out. Oh wow, well done Mr. Fusion. I need it because of these things here, and obviously I'll show the rest of the channel that when that gets delivered. Hi Alex, how's it going? Oh, well the Mike's here. I'm still around, Josh, but I haven't taken the devotion to quit YouTube due to the COPPA thing. Right, Mike, I'm going to talk about COPPA straight away for you, okay? COPPA doesn't affect this channel at all. As a matter of fact, it doesn't affect most of the kids' channels either. Wayne, what are you talking about? Okay, if you make a video directly for kids, it's going to affect you. So Ryan's Toy Review, which is like the most watched kids program ever, it's going to be affected. Now, if any of you got kids who watch Ryan's Toy Review, he's changed his channel name now to Ryan's World. Now, the reason for that is there's actually an exemption in the COPPA law, which YouTube failed to tell everyone about. Which is basically, if you've got content which is made for kids, but it's also made for adults, so it's ambiguous, then you are exempt from the COPPA law. It's only if it's directly made for kids that you're affected. So if you're doing a Lego unboxing or a Hot Toys review, you're not affected at all. The FTC will not even go near it with a barge pole because of the ambiguous nature. They don't want the publicity of taking a channel to court when they are within their rights. But as I said last stream, you know if your content is made directly for kids. And that's why Dan TDM, iBallistic Squid, all of those Minecraft channels and the Roblox channels, they're not going to be touched. So don't worry about it. Don't go closing your channels. I know the Nexus, Kevin, are you in here tonight? You don't need to. Don't worry about it. It's one of these things that it got announced. Everyone was up in arms and, you know, the sky is falling. But it's not as bad as it is. What it is if you're a toy reviewer or you're a making contents directly for kids. But I'm sure that those channels will deal with that when they need to. But obviously this hits on January the 1st as well. We're okay. So that's that. It's Alabama. It's 2 p.m. there. Oh, thank you, Philip. I thought the sound was good. I'm on my Yeti mic. How's the family, Bexac? Well, on Monday I had a bit of a nightmare. My mum was rushed to hospital. In an ambulance. So my dad's got Parkinson's, so I had to go around and take care of my dad. When I went around to take care of my dad, the canary he's got was on its way out. An hour later, the canary died. It was an ex-canary. So I had to get rid of the canary, And then my mum's home, and now I spent this week helping my mum out, as well as doing all the builds. And to that end, let's change the camera again. Look at this so far, and I'm still not finished. This is the launch again that you saw last time. I've got an anchor at the front there, and I am still nowhere near finished. Now, at the moment, I've put, let's change this back. I've put about 8 hours into it this week. I greatly underestimated how long I'll be working. There's still about another 4 hours to put on that, and then I've got to make it into a video that's less than 30 minutes. I've already cut the video, so it'll be easy to make the video afterwards, but the victory launch video is not going to be out to the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. But I haven't got my kids this weekend, so I probably will work through. Tomorrow, we're probably either going to be having a rail from the DeLorean, or we might have X-Wing. I've got X-Wing 15. I don't know which one yet. I'll have a think about that. So, all good. Hello from Tampa, Florida. How's Florida at the moment? Is it still hot this time of year? I don't know. You still don't have any issues of the X-Wing yet. Mark the Tar. Hi, Wayne. Have you seen the brilliant new mod for Modern Mods? A set of teeth for the Terminator. Yes, I have seen them, Mark, and I believe that Chloe's sending me some out, which are pre-painted for me. So I am going to fit them, because I saw the video Corey did about how to disengage the motor so I can put them in. I think I'm going to have a go at that. Harry said, what's your thoughts on the rumour of Hachette going bust? Harry, Hachette will never go bust. It's one of the biggest publishing companies in the world. That will never happen. There's more chance of Penguin or Oxford Press going bankrupt. Wait, so about your dad's canary? Yeah, mum's better. She's home now. She's got sort of like a labyrinthitis. I mean, she's going through the wars at the moment, which is like a vertigo thing, a bit like what I had a few months ago. So, yeah, it's not good when you're elderly as well. I'm very good. Fuzzy Warrior, Alan Allman, yes, a great teeth bomb for Modern Mods. Got to get them. Yeah, so I'll hopefully be able to demonstrate that for you. All's good, Mike Berry. I hope you're good too. Where am I? I'm not with it at the moment. Your dad watches me a lot. Right, okay, some of the things that we've been doing at the moment. Hachette deliveries. Now, Hachette are moving warehouse. So at the moment, everything from the 2nd of December, you've seen it on their website. You cannot order products from their website until January. Doesn't affect newsagents deliveries, and it doesn't affect subscribers. And as a matter of fact, if you go on your subscriber account now, you will see they've already just sent out the next 4 Bismarcks and the next 4 Terminators. So you should be getting those soon. I'm guessing either the end of this week or early next week. So Hachette's absolutely sorted. Shane Gunning, I did see your comment at the start of the video down in New South Wales there. Happy birthday. There we go. I've gave you your shout out. And how is New South Wales, or how's the Sydney area of all those fires? Have they died down now? I'll be interested to know that. We have got, let's go back to my side camera. Roger and Suzanne, Dennis, these are the people that made my Bismarck flags that you've probably seen earlier. They've sent me something absolutely amazing. It's a sort of like, well, what is it? It's like a little gold, you can't say a coin, placard, saying the Deutsche Marine. And then on the other side here, whoops, show you better. There we go. The Bismarck with a date. I'm going to be putting this on the finished Bismarck when it's done. But thank you so much, Roger and Suzanne, for that. I am so impressed when that came through. That's absolutely brilliant. What else have I got? Have you been to the Works? Has anyone been to the Works lately? You know, the bookshop with all the kids' toys? They're selling Haynes manuals in there. You know, you used to get your car's Haynes manual, and sometimes you'd get your Haynes manual for the Starship Enterprise. Well, at the moment, from £22 to £7, they've reduced the Haynes manual for the Bismarck and the Haynes manual for the HMS Victory. So I saw that today and thought, ooh, that's interesting. So, yeah. That's pretty much what's been going on at the moment. But I said this launch is absolutely brilliant. I've still got some parts to do at the back here. Just at the back. I've got to make a windlass. That's probably going to take about 3 hours. Coil some rope. What else have I got to do? Oh, and do the rudder at the back. Once that's done, that's finished. And saying that, today I got pack 4 of the Victory. So I'm now 3 packs behind. And you saw how long it's just taken me to do pack 1. All of this is just pack 1 still at the moment. But yeah, hopefully that will be coming out. Oh, there's a good segue there. Hello, Svi. know if you heard, mate, but there's rumours of an Ecto pre-order going live this weekend or next, apparently. I haven't heard that, Svi, but I'm going to talk about Eagle Moss in a second. You just ordered the MIG build from Model Space. Jason, I'd love to do the MIG build. I've had a good look into it, and I've spoken to Model Space about some of the planes I'd like to see, and I'm going to talk about some of the models that I'd like to see later on as well. Probably never get made, but my suggestions. So let me go back to Svi with Eagle Moss. I'm in touch with the marketing director of Eagle Moss. Well, I was in touch until they pissed me off. If you remember, I was meant to have a meeting on the 28th of November. That never happened. So I emailed them to ask what's going on with Ecto 1 in the UK, because you'd think you'd be shouting about it now. I know it comes out like the 22nd of January, but you'd think you'd be shouting about it now, gearing everyone up. We haven't heard a thing. And once again, I've just had tumbleweeds. Nothing. And what with the... I don't know what's going on there. The Star Trek ships being suspended. The Game of Thrones figurines suspended. Then an email saying, no, they're not suspended. And it only affects a few people. Do you get this feeling it's the whole DB5 thing all over again? So who knows what's going on at Eagle Moss at the moment? Don't know. I wish I could have some news for you, but I haven't. So, Revo Dave, someone... Well, hopefully Kevin watches this, even if it's on demand. So hopefully he will know that he doesn't have to quit. So... Dash Rich, I'm still waiting for Darn issue 16 of a DeLorean. A Dodge Charger already back ordered a pack 3. I'm worried about the Ecto 1. Yeah, I'm worried about the Ecto 1. Not in your country, though. In here, I don't know. I really still can't see it coming out for a January release. But I really do hope you're right, Svi. If there's a pre-order going on, God, I'm on it. That was the word I was looking for, Alan Allman. An ingot. Yeah, an ingot. It looks like a gold ingot. It's heavy as well. It's good, though. I'm really, really happy with that. Where are we? Fuzzy Warrior. Yeah, I contacted Model Mods. Batch of 30 every week available tomorrow, and same time every week according to Chloe. They do look good, and Chloe did get in touch with me, but I was a bit nervous about having to break the head open again and do the teeth. But once I saw Corey's thing about just flicking the motor engaged rod off, yeah, it's pretty simple. So I will have a look at them. I do like how you've got the gap in the tooth like Schwarzenegger had, so that's quite clever. Jobra Commander, December delivery of X-Wings issues 15 and 16, so we're still in 2 this month, which is quite surprising because the newsagents are now at issue 12. Is that right? They're at issue 12 this week. And I've just received 13 and 14, or 14 and 15. What am I on here? Hang on a minute. I've still got to do 14, yeah, so I've got 14 to do, which means that, yeah, that don't make any sense. That means the retail's going to be ahead of the subscribers, but the errors didn't normally work that way. R2D2 came out in the newsagents before the subscribers got it. You're loving the first pack of the MiG-29 Rogue. Is that metal, just out of curiosity, or is that all plastic? Or a metal shell with plastic on top? I don't know. I'm now just seeing your shirt. Where can I get one? This one here. If you go to my Amazon store at bit.ly/World of Wayne, it's in the movie merchandise section. I got it from Amazon. Jonathan, I like you. Dankeschön. The launch is looking. The launch is looking. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really happy with how to say that used to be one piece of flat wood. So you've had to build it from scratch. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. But I want to get that finished because I really am wanting to crack on with the ship. That's the only problem with making the fiddly things. It stops you getting on with the thing that you really want to get on with. But there you go. How far you on the Back to the Future car build, mate? Right, I'm up to issue 153. It only goes up to 159. So there's only 6 issues left to go. And as I said, I've got issue 153 here. Well, it's including 153, which is a rail. And in the next issue for this, we've just got another railroad wheel. That's 154. But I know the subscribers only need 2 issues now, I think. So they've almost finished. What date in January does it come out? You're talking about the Ecto 1. I think the countdown takes you to the 22nd of January that we had. And the DeLorean finishes the week before in the newsagents. So there you go. We had a great week last time. But guys, it's been 2 weeks. So much has been going on in 2 weeks. Last weekend, no, the weekend before last, we went to see Les Mis in London at the Gielgud Theatre, the one that's just been at the cinema now with Michael Ball and Alfie Boe and Matt Lucas. Oh, what a great show that was. It was amazing. So me and Mrs. World of Wayne, we've got this thing going on now. So we're off to see the Prince of Egypt at the Dominion in February. I want to see The Life of Pi. That's coming out. But yeah, we're turning into right lovies, aren't we? So I couldn't make it out, so gutted. There was someone from Eaglemoss dishing out issue 1s, but with no parts, just an ectopin. That's where the pre-order rumours come from. It's just weird. I don't know what's going on. I mean, didn't Mike Anderson, you still in here? You got a Spitfire pin from Hachette, didn't you, with no parts? Is that correct? I don't know. Redset, you carved your teeth to shape, took an age to do. We'll have a look at model bots to see how mine compares. I do like the top teeth. The bottom teeth is what lets it down. But hopefully... Oh, Jim Billy Bob, how's it going? I hope you got your screwdrivers, because look, after getting you one, I got myself a new one. I haven't opened it yet. So Mark Tadgel, if you're in here, look, I've managed to get my own one now, because my one's really starting to wear out. I've had it for God knows how many years now. I don't know if you can see that, but gone silver at the end where it's starting. But it hasn't worn down. It's just taken the paint off. These rarer screwdrivers, again, they're on Amazon as well, but I had to source mine for another channel, because for some reason, Amazon are like £30 for free. They're a lot of money. But all good. Mainly metal. I'm impressed. I am considering it. I'm thinking about something for the new year, channel, I tell you, but I don't know what, apart from Ecto 1. I don't know what. Because I'm gonna be increasing, if I can, the amount of content that comes onto the channel. The Patreon viewers know why that is. But I am going to be increasing that for the new year. So that's going to be a change you're going to see big time. And I've got the Agostini on board with that. But you can forget Eagle Moss. I don't know what's happening with him. But can you put something in the gap between my lightsaber and swords? It bugs you. What other lightsaber would you have if you could? If I could have any lightsaber, I've been after it for years. Mrs. Welder Wayne will know that. I want the green lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. I've always wanted that. That's the only lightsaber I've ever wanted. I used to have Darth Vader's, and that's Anakin's there. I used to have the red one, but I broke it because, you know, back in the day I was whacking these Force FX lightsabers around like nobody's business. But yeah, the green Return of the Jedi one, you can't get it anywhere. And when you can get it, it's stupid money. But Force FX lightsabers are the best. And when you turn them on, I'm going to take this off the wall and we'll show you. If no one's ever seen this before. Oh. See, look. You see, you got the Anakin hilt here. Looks it's got dusty on it. And then you got this, and then like you can go, wow. And when it hits things, it's see. And then when you turn it off, as a matter of fact, let's turn this main light off. Wow. That's better. You can see it now. Look, you can have it. I love my lightsabers. But let's turn this back on. There we go. That's going to bug you even more now, Svi. Look, I've got a bigger gap on there. I'll have to think of something to put on there. Fire still burning on New South Wales and Queensland. My brother's just moving from Brisbane at the moment down to Melbourne. Then they're off to Canada to live in Canada. So that's going to be fun. Anyone watching For All Mankind? It's really good. I haven't seen that, Matthew. But is anyone watching the Arsenal game, more importantly? You know, Amazon Prime, you can watch these now. Get a Cyberlight to go with your lightsaber. What's a Cyberlight? I've got me Yoda. You don't see Yoda, but look up there. See? There's Yoda with his lightsaber. Now try to set this camera back up again where it goes a bit more down. That'll do. How heavy is the Terminator now? I can't remember. Whatever it was in the last issue, you can add probably about 20 grams to it. That piece we put in today wasn't a lot. Miss Saigon, I missed that one. It's a great musical. Yeah, it's not in the West End. I enjoyed the ones that weren't there. I enjoyed Starlight Express. I didn't really like Cats too much, although it's coming out in the movie. But I like Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, but Mrs. Welder Wayne can't stand it. She thinks Joseph was a spoiled, stuck-up brat. So I'm not allowed to see that one. Rochan, you got the Spitfire Keywing from Hasher but not received any part. Yeah, that's weird. See, I subscribed and I haven't received anything from them. So that's weird. Oh, good, Jim. Good to hear. Excellent. Have you used them yet? That's the thing. Then you can see, like, wow. Would love to see D'Agostini do a Y-wing bomber, says Alan. Right, let's show you. Any news on Iron Man? It's live, Matthew, in Italy at the moment. I believe they're going up to issue 9 and beyond. And if that's the case, it means that the each individual part does have its own individual batteries. So, don't know. My Ram shirt's upstairs at the moment. I need to wear it, Jim. I don't wear it for live streams because the light will flash everyone out, and every time I show something off, you can't see it. But I can wear it when I do the video builds because I can play with the contrast, so it's all cool. But Jim went to see the Rams game at Wembley, and I think I showed you. He bought me that flag down there, and he bought me a shirt as well. It was great. Unfortunately, Rams are having an absolutely god-awful season at the moment, so I really thought it was their year this year, but obviously not. So, great Scott! How's it going and how's your work? You should be working. No, you should. Forget work. Go into a canteen and watch me. Why not go to that Star Wars Galaxy Experience and build one there? I saw in a YouTube channel. Yeah, they're about 100 quid, and from what I understand, because the demand was so high, you couldn't get the parts. Is that right? Cold. James Gledhill. How's it going? Right, right, gotcha. I see what you mean, Gary. Okay, I'm going to talk about what I think we should be building next year, and you'll have to tell me if you agree with me. You're going to see Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. We got tickets for the midnight showing. Mrs. Welder Wayne's a teacher, so she has to have about 3 hours sleep and then go to work. But then she can say to the kids that if they don't behave, she's going to give them spoilers. Do you know what gauge the track is on Back to the Future 3 build? Jumped on board with the extended issue. It doesn't come under a gauge, JM 1885, because it's bigger than the biggest gauge you can get. Well, it's sort of in between. I asked the people in the know about that one. They don't make 1/8 scale tracks. Mike Lane's wood hood box for the DeLorean is amazing. Just finished work on mine. It is good, isn't it? World away. This is the longest print I've done so far. In 79 hours. It's still going. Oh my god. That must be using some filament. Okay, so the things that I think we should be building, or I'd like to see building, and I'd like your comments. So the first one I'd like to see come out this year from someone, and it's already been announced once, but they pulled it, is the Enterprise D. We need to have an Enterprise, which is good. I've seen the Airfix kits for the Enterprise. They're not doing it for me. It's got to be big. It's got to be Millennium Falcon big. But yeah, that's definitely one that I'd love to see this year. I've got this as like a top 10 countdown. This is so. What do you think? The Enterprise D or perhaps one of the other ones? How about an E or the original Enterprise? I don't know which one everyone would be more interested in building, but that's something I like to see. Right, number 9. I've never mentioned this before, and I've seen models of it, but I'd like to see a real chunky R2-D2 size one, and that is the loader from Aliens. I'd love that. Perhaps with a little Ripley figurine in it. That'd be excellent. But again, not like the figurine size, something a bit more chunky and bigger. Perhaps C-3PO size behind me. Again, you could easily make a part work out of that. Imagine having an Aliens build. That'd be something else. Okay, for picture 8, there's 2 cars I'd like to build. Again, one's been announced before but never came through. But there we go. The first car I'd like to see, I've got 2 for number 8. We've got the Ferrari Testarossa. 80s. I'm an 80s man, so obviously I'm going to have all these 80s things. So that was I've actually drove one of these when I was about, 18, around a car park, and yeah, it scared the bejeebers out of me, which is probably why I like it so much. But and if I can't do that, then it had already been announced by, I think it was Eagle Moss, but never came out, the Lotus Esprit. But they had it as the James Bond Spy Who Loved Me one. Whatever happened to that? No one. It was. They. I think they trialed it, didn't they? And no one ever saw it. But yeah, got to have a Lotus Esprit. And then someone was talking. Was it Useful or something about putting turbo in front of everything? That was known as the Turbo Esprit back in the 80s. So, Jobra, you're right about the neck of the Enterprise. That would be too heavy for the front. It would need to be reinforced big time. Okay, number 7. We have got Titanic. We're going to build a ship. We've got to build a ship that's going to sink. Wait, did you see the DC-3 on Model Space reduced from 650? Wow. No, I didn't see that paint with Penny. Jesus. I know they've been having some big Black Friday sales out there. But, Rogue Channel, every ship I'm building sunk at the moment. Have you noticed that? Oh, bless. Okay, right. Number 7 was Titanic. So, number 6, everyone wants this one again. I think we've had a trial of this in the EU, but we haven't seen it here. Everyone keeps talking about it. The A-Team van. But again, what could you have with that? I mean, it's if you build the van, it's just a van. Unless you have, like, things where, like a James Bond car where the headlights come out, or you have, like, a blowtorch in the back and you can add panels to it and turn it into a tank or something. I don't know. But just as an A-Team van on its own, that's not gonna cut it, is it? And then once again, another thing that's been trialled, but no one ever released it apart from the trial. Oh, actually, Altea, which D'Agostini released, everyone wants it. Knight Rider. Are we going to see that sometime this year? Perhaps Eagle Moss are clearing their calendar to clearing all their stock so they can actually bring in some new stuff. But the Knight Rider, yes. Now that would be a car that you could have all the gadgets and stuff on. Right, now the next one, I've actually seen someone build this out of paper mache and made an absolute brilliant job at it. And I think it would be a real good project, especially if you want to teach people how to use an Arduino. If anyone's brave enough to get this in publication, and that is BB-8. A working BB-8. Now, I know all you R2-D2 fans will probably be onto that one. The Black Pearl would be a great one, Svi. Everyone's saying Johnny 5. Oh my god. Everyone wants Johnny 5. Well, number 3 that I'd love to see is Johnny 5. Number Johnny 5. See? You knew it was in there somewhere. See, I was going to put Airwolf Fuzzy Warrior, but Airwolf's just a helicopter. Again, you've got to think what's so appealing for it. Although they did bring out that Fiat old Model Space with D'Agostini with the caravan, so I don't know. But there you go. For all you people shouting at me, there's number 5. Now, we were talking about planes. Someone's doing the MiG-29, and having D'Agostini do the Model Space, isn't it? Doing the MiG-29 is excellent. But I was thinking to myself, what sort of plane would I like someone to release? And if I could think off my head, I'd love to see either a Harrier. I'd love to see a Vulcan, although there's not much to happen on a Vulcan. But the plane of dreams that I would love to build is the Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. Obviously the Firefox was modelled on this plane, and he actually flies the SR-71 in Darrell, if anyone's seen that at the end. But that is an awesome plane. I do believe this is on display at Duxford Museum as well, Imperial War Museum in Cambridgeshire. I really need to get down there to see that. But if I could build any plane, I want to build the SR-71. That'd be something else. And my number 1 thing, which I keep telling you on every stream that I'd like to build, is any one of these. I'd happily build any one of these. I got my kids to watch this the other day. And yeah, they weren't too impressed with it. But I'd love to build that. One notable exception that's not on there at the moment is the Thunder Road from the film Explorers. I said Randy Cooper does one. Mrs. Wilder Wayne got in touch with Randy to try and get one sent over here, and I think the actual model kit is £175, but it's almost £100 in postage to bring it over to the UK, and then you've got to pay customs on top of it. So I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So that's going to be a pipe dream, I think. We'll have to see. Someone mentioned Robocop. Robocop's been done before. Quite a big figure, about this big. I've seen it. I can't tell you who did it, but when would this have been? This will be early 2000s because my friend had one. And it had different face designs. So you could take the face off and have different face plates to put in, and you could have different armor panels to put on as well. He also had an Ed 209. So if anyone's looking, I saw an Ed 209 there from Josh. Ed 209's been released before as well. And that was moving. But again, this was before the days of D'Agostini and Eaglemoss, so I can't tell you what model company did that. But yeah, what do you think of that list? If I saw any of them this year, I'll be on it big time. Perhaps I should have put Ecto 1 on there because who knows when that's coming out. I think we're going to have a lot of disappointed people if Ecto 1 doesn't come out in January. And if that's the case, then I think Eaglemoss really need to sort themselves out. I'm starting to think that all the contacts I've got at Eaglemoss don't work there anymore after the fiasco with the what's it called? DB5. But yeah, wow. The Flying Fortress bomber for me, Matt Berryman. That'll be a big ship. You got to think what could be done in 100 issues or 12 packs. The HMS Hood would be good. I'd like to do a ship that hasn't sunk. How about one of our aircraft carriers? The Queen Elizabeth just come into Portsmouth a couple of days ago. Yesterday, actually. Yeah, yesterday it came in. Gary Whitfield, if you do go to the Imperial War Museum, look me up. Why, do you work there, Gary? Or you live near there? Because my dad was based there. In the RAF. I don't live too far from Duxford. I'm only down the road. What about Thunderbirds 5, Phil? I didn't like Thunderbird 5. I didn't like Thunderbirds. That's why I've got rid of Thunderbird 2. If I liked any of those ships, it was Thunderbird 1. That's Richard. I saw that as a kid in the theatre. You know they want to do a remake to the Black Hole. Yeah, it would never work. Never, ever, ever. As a matter of fact, what 80s remakes to today have you seen that you thought, yeah, that's way better? I can't think of one. I suppose Terminator 2 was better than Terminator. But then that's arguable, isn't it? So, who knows? The original Mad Max car. That'd be cool, but that was a wreck as well, wasn't it, in Mad Max 2? Robocop half build would be also a Black Hawk chopper. Babylon 5. Oh my god. That Thunder Road kit is I've seen it because Joe Walsh got it. Joe Walsh has got it in the background in his lounge or his study room, and I saw it and I asked Joe where he got it from, hence where I know the name Randy Cooper. But I can't afford those postage and customs costs. I think the best thing to do would be to go to America, and when I'm there, order it and get it sent to me there. Then just bring it back with me. Firefly. Oh, I used to love the old Firefly TV series, Serenity. The ship. That would be good. What's wrong with the Lancaster iconic? Yep, the Lancaster's good. Me and Mrs. Welder Wayne saw one of them a few months ago flying over here. We seem to be on the flight path for all the RAF bases, so we get all the red arrows and God knows what else coming over Corby. Alan Allman, yeah, Bobo is something we definitely want. I know that Paint with Penny was making us one of those. I don't know what's happened there. But Bobo is on my Robots t-shirt that I was wearing last. But that's Mrs. Welder Wayne. She loves ours. The US Enterprise aircraft carrier from World War II. Yeah, any of those. The USS Alabama. I know the Missouri's already been built as well, Jason, I believe. Get yourself to the Imperial War Museum in Duxford, the Parachute Regiment Museum, and the American Air Force Museum. It's awesome. Oh, now that could be cool, the American Air Force. But no, the last time I went to Duxford would be the third year juniors, which would have made me 10. I was 10 the last time I went to Duxford. Ashet Japan currently have the space battleship Yamato in 1/350 scale complete. Wow. I didn't realise that, DHD Galactic. How are you anyway? I haven't spoke to you for a while. The isn't it weird that in Japan they might have the publication, but they don't have the same publisher. So when someone was talking about Hachette going like bankrupt or something, that's never going to happen. But like the DeLorean in Japan is done by D'Agostini, not Eaglemoss. Weird, eh? Batman movie car again. That was on the cards, and everyone thought it was being released this year, but it never happened. So, I don't know. The General Lee, I don't think you can have that at the moment, Eric, because with the state of play, you won't be able to have the Confederate flag on top of it, would you? God, what a world we are. Everything's changing. Hi everyone, just loaded some driving videos onto laptop. Do anyone have any good recommendations for cheap editing software at all? Editing, Chris, you can either use Movie Maker or Windows Movie Maker. That's free. Or if you want a cheap one, use Cyberlink. Power Director. Is that it? That's what I used to use. Cyberlink Power Director. So that thing that you see at the start of my videos with the Earth spinning and the little satellite thing coming and then my name coming out, that was all done with Cyberlink Power Director. Although I haven't used it for ages, so I'm hoping that's what it's called. How about the Love Bug? Well, we've got a Beetle out at the moment for D'Agostini, so you could paint that theoretically to the Love Bug colours. Ryan, I'd love to do an express build, but apart from the C57 from D'Agostini, there's nothing out there. Even the Hogwarts Express, Polar Express, Hogwarts, any of those would be brilliant, but I think it's licensing at the end of the day. That's partly the reason why I'm getting into the model railway scene. And this weekend, I'm starting to clear out the garage. Again, I've been going into all that on the Patreon. And the garage just got a lot bigger because I put a bird cage in it on Monday from the dead kid area. I don't know what I'm going to be doing there. I shouldn't be laughing, should I? I wonder if my parents want a new pet. Mummy, look, you can have a frog. Oh dear. Chris Cameron, someone hit Mew up the backside of my car yesterday. I'm okay and car's drivable, but shook up. Why did someone hit you? I take it that's claimed off insurance, though. Gnome Show, I'm going to try and source the picture for this modelled Ed 209. It was brilliant. It was about, let me think. It was bigger than a foot. So you're talking about 40 centimetres the one I saw. About that big. The legs moved. It had like the armour flaps at the side. They moved. It had the voice saying, you have 10 seconds to comply. But yeah, that came out around 2000. I don't know who did it. I haven't got a clue. Mark's Mods, the Concorde. My dad's just been doing that, but he's been doing like an Airfix kit for it. As a matter of fact, I think it is Airfix that did that. It has to be the Michael Keaton version, 80s. Oh, the Batman, yeah. The old Prince film Batman you're on about. That was an awesome car. I don't know if anyone would be interested in the original 1966 Batmobile now. Because you've got to think what your target audience is. And even though, you know, people my age would absolutely adore the 1966 version, when you go to the news agencies, it's something we're going to be, I'm guessing the demographics of 25 and below visit news agents more than I do. You built the Revell SR71 in my youth and still haven't the loft. That's one hell of a nice plane. I've always liked the SR71 though. Hello, Brett. Sorry I'm late. Out for lunch in Colorado. My DeLorean shipment got lost in a snowstorm. Eagle Moss is sending me a replacement. Yeah, trouble is with that, Brett, you probably get it in about 4 weeks' time. I mean, I will be happy to see the back of this, to be honest with you. 7, 8, 9. So 6 more issues after this one. I just want it done. I want it done and just sitting there looking beautiful. That's where I'm up to with that. Please don't let them extend it again by saying we're going to add the train. Or, I don't know. There's not really much else you can add to it, is there? I mean, it's been a nice build, but it's just dragged on and on and on. So, morning all. Hello, Art by Vince. How's Vince this morning? God, it must be early there. Let's think. So you must be like 9 hours ahead. And it's like 8 now. 8:30. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5:30 in the morning, Vince. What are you doing awake? The Bounty Hunters. I can't stand Blade Runner, Fuzzy Warrior. Not my cup of tea. Although Slave 1, someone did mention it earlier. I'd love to have that. I'd love to have a Mandalorian. Can you imagine doing a cosplay part works? How cool would that be? Why hasn't someone got on the case for that? You know, build your own Iron Man suit or something. I don't know. Build Shredder's armor. Look, if anyone comes up with that idea and makes $1 million, you know, I'm here. Chitty chitty bang bang. That could be cool, but again, what sort of, realistically, what sort of audience would you have for it? See, I'm surprised that Spitfire didn't go up, because I judge what the interest is by how many views my videos get. And obviously, at the moment, the Bismarck and the Terminator, by far, are my most watched videos. Even the Victory's doing quite well, but the X-Wing's not doing nowhere near as well as the R2-D2s and the Millennium Falcon, so I don't think there's that much interest in it. We'll see what I think the Ecto one's going to blow everyone out of the water, because just looking at the trial versions I did, obviously when America and France got it, people started watching my issue 1 of the trials, and that video view count was went through the roof. So Ecto 1 would do big, but with the impending trailer, Svi, when's the next? When do they say this trailer's coming out for Ghostbusters? That's coming up, isn't it? I reckon all hell will break loose on that build, and perhaps when that trailer comes out, that's what Eagle Moss are waiting for. I don't know. Still 0-0. Newcastle are 1-0 up. What's going on with my team? I do like the Sky Fantasy Football. I had 147 points so far this week, and I was counting on Man United beating Tottenham, because we don't like Tottenham, being an Arsenal fan. My 20-year-old son loves the Adam West Batman, and quite the collection of 1966 Batmobiles. Has he seen the film then, Vince, with the shark repellent? Do you think it's best when the Ghostbusters car comes out to wait till it all comes out so you can put the mods on, or do it as it comes? Do it as it comes, Paul. Because if you follow the Facebook groups, chances are you'll get an announcement that a mod is coming. It might not be there, but it's coming. And I already know that I'm having a think. Oh, I think it's in this one here. Oh, I think it's in this one here. Yep. Oh, isn't it amazing how I've got things to hand? Look, here's the bonnet for the Ecto one. Obviously, this was the trial version, so you haven't got the vents on it. That's probably best to switch camera, actually. Hang on. There we go. So there's the bonnet. We haven't got any vents on it. Now, the vents are just screwing things at the top, and they look really pathetic. So I believe Mike Lane or Model Mods, one of them, have created new vents to go on it. But this is a nice piece, really heavy as well. But it's a tease of what's to come. But unfortunately, we won't know that, because who knows when it's getting released, because of Eagle Moss and their great customer service. The space shuttle would be excellent, especially if it was mounted on the back of a 747. But again, really big. Hello. Wow. Oh, I pressed the thing on my chair. That was funny. Yeah, it is only coffee, and I haven't Irished it up, I promise. Added Savage from Mistbust and Tested does loads of cosplays. Yeah, I've been watching him, Chris. He does some excellent ones. I liked his Chewbacca belt that he made, and the leather gear. He's got some skills. But yeah, cosplay would be an excellent part work to do. But it'd have to be something that everyone's interested in, and then you got to get the license for it as well. Built the R2 all in one run, but now I'm stuck waiting for batteries. I had to order online. That's the pain in the neck, Lou, that trying to find these 18650 batteries, which are unprotected with a button top. And then you got to activate them, doing the whole put the charging cable in, turning it on, off, or I don't know. But I've had a few people tell me that they've got the batteries and it's not working. And chances are, if all the wires are right, the batteries are wrong. But who knows? You've got 3 issues left of the DeLorean. So you're up to 156. So you've got 7, 8, and 9. Wow. So, Lee, do you know what's coming in the next issue then for 157? Because I'm guessing it must be just straps for the hood box and the railroad tie. That's all, must be all that's left. The Mir space station? This week? Wow, Svi, that'd be excellent. Well, you never know. Perhaps you're right then. Perhaps we will hear something from Eagle Moss. Because if they are going to make an announcement, they should be buddying up on the back of trailers like that. If they don't, that's a real bad marketing decision. Free marketing advice for your Eagle Moss. I'm here all day. How about Boba Fett stand long? Well, if it can get that sort of size, I'm trying to think, a Boba Fett would be pretty cool, actually. How about a Mandalorian next to it? December 22nd, the trailer. That's going to be excellent. The problem is, Dash Riptide, is that when that trailer comes out, poor old Svi won't be able to contain himself. It's 2.5 minutes long. You normally have the trailers for the trailer now, don't you? You think of the new Bond trailers? Anyone seen that? That looks good. I went to see on Tuesday. I went to see Knives Out with Daniel Craig. I forgot his name then. That was a really good film. We enjoyed that one. The mothership from Close Encounters. Be a good one, but how would you display it? It'd either have to be on a stand or like my Millennium Falcon hanging. It's got more detail than the mothership from V. That's just like a saucer. You're being self-excitement. I know you asked me. I can feel your excitement through the internet waves. Ethan, sorry if I already saw this, but how about the Wagon Queen family truckster from National Lampoon's Vacation? You know something, Ethan? I've never seen National Lampoon's Vacation. Here comes the insults now. Yep, never seen it. I only saw Top Gun about, God, 7 or 8 years ago. I was late to the party on that one, big time. Hello, Alan. Yeah, everything's good in here. Chris Camplin, Jazz Creations made a full-scale Terminator from scratch out of aluminium weights, 20 stone. Well, what I'll do is when we get another big part for the Terminator, I'll put it on my scales and we'll see how much it is. The QE2. Paul, things are getting ginormous as they are. Where the hell would I put that? I don't know. It'll get to the point where I'll have to hire a studio, you know, and then I can fill it up as much as I want. I'm not earning that sort of money yet. Chris Camplin keeps putting your bra on. I'm always doing that, Cheryl. Mrs. Welder-Wayne will tell you. I keep putting it on my head like weird science and trying to summon a woman. As a matter of fact, it's very lucky that I'm not doing my live stream wearing one of Mrs. Welder-Wayne's bras on my head. But she's smiling now because she knows it's one of the things that I do. It was a great film, Knives Out. I didn't guess the end at all, though. Alex McDonald, Wayne, you must have some good shelves to be able to take the weight of the Bismarck and Terminator. Well, the shelves that I've got R2-D2 sitting on will easily take them. Those ones, not so much. It's lucky to hold that Terminator. As a matter of fact, you probably can't see it on the camera here. It's tilting down. It's bending. So it can't hold the weight much longer. Oh, great, Scott. Good night. Thank you for watching. The blow woke. Issue 157 is the final rape blow, finally. Can you believe that when I do this, I've got to do yet another hour part? So we've done 2, 4, 6. This is the 7th video doing the same thing, and I've got to add some variety to it. Perhaps I'll just tell a joke. Try and keep people entertained. And the Stromos from Aliens, is that how it's spelled? You talked about the ship. The Stromos? Yeah, I don't know. I think you're close. Now that load builder would be cool. Can't really think of anything else from Aliens apart from an alien. Can you imagine building a great big Gary Geiger alien? A new garage. Well, I'm moving into my parents' garage for this model railway. At the moment, it's freezing cold in there, and me and Mrs. Welder-Wayne, we cleared it out in the summer, so it was empty. But my parents, like, we don't get hoarders buried alive here, but they filled it up again, so we've got to go around and sort it out again. But, yeah. What have you missed? So far, we've been talking about my top 10 builds that we should see next year, COPPA, and how that doesn't affect us. Like, I've got a list. So to review the stream so far, we've talked about Hachette deliveries and how we should be getting them shortly. We're saying happy birthday to Shane Gunning. We were showing everyone the Bismarck coin from Roger and Suzanne Dennis. We were talking about... What the hell? Oh, and the Haynes manuals that you can get in the works for the Victory and the Bismarck. There we go. That's the stream in a summary. Hello, Megan Nico. How's it going? Dare you start a stream with a bra on your head one day? I would do it, Svi. You don't know how crazy I can be. You're talking to the guy that in the 4th year juniors walked around with a talking golf ball in his pocket. I had a talking golf ball and super peg. Yeah, I was a special child. Special. You mentioned the X-Wing was bigger than the Vulcan. It's actually the same size as the island props from the Star Wars was made. I had to move one of the parts. See, I don't know if you can see this. I keep all of my builds that aren't complete in these drawers down here. I accidentally trapped one of my laser cannons in here. When I shut the drawer, the bloody thing snapped. So I had to glue it. So yeah, that's any big part now I keep separate. Hence the train tracks there. Terminator's up there. I've got the plasma rifle down there. It is quite tidy in here though, and now look, I've got a lightsaber sitting next to me. So, but yeah, if anyone sees a Return of the Jedi green lightsaber for around about £100, then let me know. But it has to be one of the Force FX ones. I don't want one of these. You can always tell the difference because of the weight. This is all metal. This handle, no plastic on this apart from the The blade. What we do is on fireworks night, we take this out with us. And the reason for that is that it's dead easy for people to find you in a crowd when you're waving a lightsaber in the air. See? Clever. I think the Star Wars AT-AT would be a great build. Again, there's not much of it, Graham Loki. I think the smaller ATST's got a little bit more. Do you remember the old Kenner one with a button on the back? That was excellent. Well, I've seen Christmas Vacation, Paul Griffiths. I haven't seen Vacation. So, that's a bit weird, really, isn't it? I'm watching one halfway through the series. Don't forget to hook. Yeah, I forgot to hook up the doll. Weird Science is one hell of a film. I love John Hughes films. What's your take on Partworks and buying a full kit? One delivery, does it work? I've got a friend who ordered the Victory in one delivery, and it's good because you got everything in one go. The trouble is they didn't have a pack 2. There's something up with pack 2 of the Victory in America that we just you can't get hold of, and I don't know why. My friend's having great problems getting hold of it, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and get it here. So I phoned up my contacts and says, can you send me a pack 2? And I was happy to send it out to them. What did they send me? They sent me stage 20 of pack 2. So I don't know what it is. I've got my own pack 2 here, but obviously I'm going to need that. So, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. But that Victory, after I finish the launch, is going to be double the size of that. And then the next 10 videos from that are all going to be doing the planking and stuff. Oh, I can't wait for that. But that'll be after Christmas because I've got another plank bender coming for Christmas. If you're watching this, Mother, I'm hoping, because I did ask you for Christmas, I want something special. What about the International Space Station? These things are going to be ginormous, Dash Riptide. Bad joke for you. Dang, that's bang out of order, that is. I've missed something. Oh, I see. Oh, Cheryl. Well, we need comments like that, Cheryl, so my channel's no longer kid-friendly. Nah, Coppa's not bothered me at all now. Hence why I've monetized all the Thunderbirds videos. They're back up. I don't think I am going to move the figurines. Look, I've got all my figurines here. Look, I missed my Han Solos here. Look. I'm not going to put them back on the shelves because, as I've just mentioned, those shelves can't hold the weight. And even those Marvel figures there, they're all the ones that I've got. Can't hold the weight. Look, the Bismarck's up there. Ah, all fun. Mike Berry was just in here, actually. Mike, you're the one that did me the background, wasn't you? I've just realised that. Just put 2 and 2 together. Which is good for me, because I'm getting old. So, but anyway, as I said, this is the last stream before Christmas. Because, oh, that was the other thing, if you've missed it. Because not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, I'm off to see Star Wars at midnight. So, no doubt I'll give you an unbiased review on the channel with no spoilers. But if you want my advice, go and speak to Life of Brian Dave. Although he knows that when he came out The Last Jedi, he was saying how bad a film it was, and now he loves it. So I'm like, what? No, it was terrible. It's a terrible movie. Where are we? The spaceship from ET. Everyone likes spaceships, don't they? The next DeLorean Rail video, naked, maybe just wearing a Santa hat. Yeah, that will get flagged quicker than you say. I don't know. We've got to have a skit, haven't we? For the last, we've got 1 more tie and 2 more rails. So 3 issues. 3 issues to do something amazingly funny and creative. I don't know. This is the challenge that I have every morning, trying to think of something else for the kids' elf to do. So this morning they've got we do this elf on the shelf thing. So we've got the Bubblegum's one of the elves, and Buddy's the other elf. I managed to get a hold of a baby elf. So the video that I've sent them, because they're not here, they're with their mums at the moment. So I've sent them a picture of this baby elf this morning, and I'm like, oh my god. So tonight I've got to think of something creative for the elves to do to send them a picture. Should be interesting. You'd like Matthew Bolan. You'd like to build Jar Jar Binks. No, don't say not. That's a great idea. Chris Camplin, you got a 3D printer, 1 delivery, no problem. Did you ever get it working though, Chris? That's the question. Because you had a problem with the X and Y axis, didn't you? See, I've got a memory there. Yep, you're still here, Mike. See, I knew that was you. It just suddenly clicked into my mind. So everyone, look, see this perfect backdrop here? Mike Berry printed this for me, and I can't remember the guy that I meant to say who made it. Zebedee or something, or begins with Z, who actually designed it. But the R2D2 Builders Club have these sort of backgrounds. But all good. The Smithsonian. See, I'd love to go and visit the Smithsonian in Washington. But while the pound is terrible against the dollar at the moment, I think we'll wait till after the election and see what happens there. You're trying to charge your R2D2. What, the half scale one, Mike? My one's still... I hadn't used it for months. And the battery run completely flat. But after like 4 hours charge, it worked perfect. As a matter of fact, about 3 streams ago, it was on for the whole stream, just doing its own thing back there. I turned the microphone off so it didn't jump off the shelf. But, yeah. Put the rail in backwards. Yeah, shall I... That's a good idea, Dash Riptide. Shall I just make a complete hash of putting a rail in and see what happens? Again, as a matter of fact, if you're on my Patreon and you see my edited videos, not from the one that I did today, but one from a couple of days, I made a hash of the Terminator one. I forgot to put a part in, so I had to film it afterwards. Oh, it's a nightmare. Fuzzy, well, Wayne, you'll be watching next stream in my new house. Moving 4 days before Christmas. Well, look, my next stream... Let's have a look at a date. So I'd normally be streaming on the 19th, which I'm not doing now because I'm at Star Wars. So the next stream will be in the new year. It'll be the 2nd of January. God, I've got bad wind today. So my next stream will be the 2nd of January. Thursday, the 2nd of January. So the next time I'm going to be talking to you people, apart from, you know, on the YouTube channel and social media, will be the 2nd of January. So, all good. Right, where am I? Your son's Elf's been messing with the R2D2 build. Ah, so he giving me ideas. Vader on a tater or Wookiee on a cookie in the Elf on a shelf. Vader. Oh, Eric, that's brilliant. Wookiee on a cookie. I find the most stupidest things funny. Cookie on a cookie, that's brilliant. The batteries for the R2 are the same ones used in vapes, usually Samsung or Sony. But don't vapes use protected ones, Alan? I think that was the problem we all had. And I think the problem is on my video where I talk about the batteries, most of those links don't work anymore. So it's, yeah, we can't really do that. Hey Wayne, I looked about and I'm certain I didn't get any replacement finger parts in issue 41. Do you know what may be up? I've sent an email to Hachette this morning. RVP Matt, send me an email at wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. You can have mine because I won't be using them. Because my fix for my fingers are perfect. What's the point of taking them apart when they work okay? I need to build a lightsaber. It wouldn't take long though, would it? I mean, you can do pretty elaborate hilt builds without this part here. But you can change your COPPA crystals and... I don't know, but what would you pay for that? I said this Galaxy's Edge... Galaxy Edge charge about $100, I think it is. You got Alf on the shelf? I have. Alf's down here. He's just sitting down there. Bless him. Hey, look, I can probably put my retro corner back where it was as well, actually. But I do like my victory up there. Have to think. But if Mr. Fusion, he's sending me the tyre rack so I can put these tyres on. So I'll demonstrate that to you peeps as well. Because, you know, with the car in there now, I don't want the tyres just hanging around like they are at the moment. You can't really see them. So, Richard Chisholm, shh. What's that? What? Philip? No, don't tell me that. How can Brighton be beating Arsenal? You're winding me up, aren't you? Oh. You got to be winding me up. Not that I don't believe you, but, you know, that's just craziness. Just having a look. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, it's a good job I'm live streaming tonight and don't have to watch that pathetic display, then, isn't it? Hey, one thing you've been doing right is calling the nuts nuts. I've noticed that, but you know what? It's because before I do the build, I'm like, this is a nut, this is a bolt, this is a nut, this is the bolt. And then someone told me off for calling a screw. I thought anything that goes into a nut is a bolt, but if it screws in, then it's still a screw. Is that right? Oh. A half-scale T-Rex or Denver? The last dinosaur. See, I still remember Denver. How about you make the elf on the shelf go all puppet master? That'll make sure the kids come behave when they come over. Scared the living daylights out of them. Apparently their mum let Riley watch Final Destination 2 a couple of weeks ago. Riley's like 11. So God knows why. Isn't that the one with the logs on the back of a lorry? God knows what he must have thought of that. And they do this TikTok thing, whatever that is, where they do these little skits for like 1 minute videos. And he's watched loads of Pennywise from It on that. So I don't know. I don't know. Wayne, did you get my video on Facebook? It's very funny. When did you send that, Chris? I don't think I've seen it. No problems, RVP Matt. Oh, and have you heard anything about Knight Rider kit part work? All we saw, Marshall, was earlier on this year by Altea in France, and I believe Spain as well, released a part 1 issue of Knight Rider. We haven't heard anything since. Yep, that'd be perfect, RVP Matt. Leave that with me. Also, if someone's in here from... I haven't got the name. It's in my Facebook. I've sent a part. I had the address as well to Canada. Someone, you remember these J3 parts that everyone had pinging off the Bismarck, just go in front of the radar, the really tiny things? Well, I had ping off and I put them in the wrong way, and I was having a bad eyesight day that day. So the old one that I had got the pieces in, I've sent to Canada. Someone wanted them out there. If he sticks them in the freezer, he'll be able to get them off and then use them to replace the lost ones. But yeah, they've been sent, so it's all good. Hi, I'm a friend. I'm Ray from Malta. Hi guys, I'd love to go to Malta, Ray. That's where my brother keeps going on holiday to. I haven't been abroad for a long time. The last time I was abroad was, oh God, Las Vegas, I think. Las Vegas in 2010. Yep, 2010 was the last time I was abroad. God, 9 years. What? $200 from Disney, and highly detailed ones go for $500 plus. Oh my God. I thought this was expensive. You got to remember, when I got this must have been... Let me think. This was a London Film and Comic Con when it was still at Earl's Court. So I'm guessing this must have been early 2000s, and it was £100 then. So, you know, I could believe it. But it's lasted. So... Howay the Toon, what's happened? Newcastle scored. What's going on here? Hang on a second. Alright, Chris Camplin, I've just got your message. So that's fine. I'll have a look at that after the stream, Chris. I'd like to see a build of the movie doll of the Peter Cushing doll. Not a lot of people remember the Peter Cushing Doctor Who, and I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who. I've actually seen a full-size Dalek in someone's garden. If anyone, Chris Camplin, you live near there in Pitsea. Just opposite the Winged Horse pub down Lunce's Road. Someone's got one in the garden. I don't know. I'm surprised someone hasn't nicked it, but I've got a funny feeling it's cemented down. Not a clip to Tigger. Remember seeing The Omen when I was 11 with the bouncing head on a pane of glass? Gave me nightmares. Well, the first horror film I ever saw which freaked me out was American Werewolf in London. I just didn't like how Jack kept coming back as an even more decomposed zombie. That scared the bejeebers out of me. I watch it now. I think it's one of the best films I've ever seen. And I remember watching the original Nightmare on Elm Street, thinking that when I'm going into my bed that Freddy's hand's going to come up and pull me into the bed. That used to freak me out as well. But I think I'm far too desensitized now. I can't watch any horror film without thinking, and I've seen things like, I don't know, Last House on the Left, Cannibal Holocaust. I've pretty much seen some pretty vile stuff, but it don't bother me. I used to be a big fan of the actual video nasty list and tried to get, you know, all the ones I possibly could. But unfortunately, they're dated big time now. As a matter of fact, Cannibal Holocaust now, I believe, is uncut on Amazon Prime. You can watch that if you wanted to. Back in the day, that was like completely banned. My first film was John Carpenter's The Thing. Now that is one hell of a film. Cybermen scared a lot of people, Troy. Yeah, my friend had a cool moment and rent us all the 18 certificate movies. watched all horror movies and action films growing up. Well, we watched what was it? We wanted was it The Cat from Outer Space? I think we wanted our friend's mum to get for us. What she actually got us was Stephen King's Cat's Eye, which is like short stories, and it's a horror film. Yeah, that freaked us out. As a matter of fact, I haven't swore, have I? That fucked us up as kids, that did. There's my one swear word for the stream. Zombie flesh eaters. Ah, that was boring as hell. I remember that though. I'm trying to think on the banned list. So you got all the cannibal films. Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, The Burning. That was on the nasty list. The Boogeyman. SS Experiment Camp. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. Yeah. Any of those. I loved them. Yeah, I know. I thought she'd see it twice. You saw it 1 and 2. But that's got to be love right there, Mrs. Welderwayne. She sat through it too. I don't even think you actually looked at the screen, did you? I will get Phoebe up in a second. She hasn't been very well the last couple of days. And I think the reason for that is I took her around my parents' house when, as I said, with the drama we had at the beginning of the week. She started eating the Christmas decorations. You remember the old little foil icicle things you chuck on the tree? She was eating them. So I'm going to have some sparkly poo soon, I think. But now, Colin Walker, the thing is, American Wealth in London, you watch it now, it's just a green. Bad Taste, Peter Jackson. I was watching that the other day, actually, because on YouTube, Mark, there's a HD version of it. The acting's terrible, but that's one hell of a good film. Brain Dead, or in America, it's Dead Alive. But Brain Dead's a good one as well. You can't watch the original Piranha? What? Driller Killer, The Burning. The Burning was great. Laser Cats. Cards Play Free. Instead of Elf Show, how about Mandalorian on a DeLorean? I need a Mandalorian though, Andrew. Okay, Chris Camplin. So the one I use now is Adobe Premiere. The one that's cheaper that you can use, because Adobe Premiere, you can't buy it. You have to rent it. So you pay like £10 to Adobe every month. But Cyberlink Power Director. That's what I use to create the logos and stuff to the start of the video. Can you show us your room with all your builds, please? There's not really much to see at the moment because you're looking at them. Everything that I built is here. Let me move out of the way. Over this side is just my kid's bedroom. Yeah, pretty much everything you see is what I built. So, looking at that, it makes it look like I haven't done much, doesn't it? But in the new year, we are expanding. We're going to expand the channel. We're going to expand the content. We're going to expand the builds. And that's what 2020 is meaning for me. It's going to be a new beginning for the channel. For me, anyway. But I will be able to tell you what's going on in the new year near the time. But as I mentioned in my Patreon, there's reasons I can't do that at the moment. Because certain people need to know certain things that they don't know at the moment. So, how cryptic am I? Wait, have you done your Xmas shopping and what's on your list? I haven't done any Christmas shopping apart from Mrs. Welderwayne's presents. I leave all of that to Mrs. Welderwayne because she gets the best presents for people. Although Mrs. Welderwayne already knows one of her presents because I had to tell her because it comes out of our joint bank account statement and it tells you on the statement exactly what I bought her. Thank you for that, RVP. Right, let's see if we can get young Phoebe's. She'll be up in a minute. It's right away. Me and the wife love watching it. Just picked it up on Blu-ray so we don't have to flip the DVD. Here comes Phoebe. Come on. You want to say hello? What have you been up to? You're going to be telling everyone that you've been eating all the Christmas decorations. You're going to tell them that? You're going to tell them you've been eating all the icicles off the tree. You're going to have glittery poo. Why have you been doing that? Eh? Why are you looking at me like that? Look at the camera there. Look. Look. So there's Phoebe. She's enjoying herself today, aren't you? So if you want to know, become one of his... Yeah, that's true, Troy. If you want to know, I will tell you in probably about two or 3 weeks. But we do have fun on my Patreon channel because I can just talk about all the things that are going on in the background, which I don't know if anyone wants to hear on the channel or not. But I think one of them was just showing what an unedited video looked like. Today's one was how to edit a video. talking about where I'm building the model railway. Why have you got wind? Is that... Oh, I wish this was smell-o-vision. Right, go on. You go back downstairs and see Mummy. Go. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, you can go now. Yeah, we finished with you. Yeah, she's had enough of that. Right. Anyway, people, I'm going to be going because I've had a long day today doing that Terminator build, doing the launch, which I'm going to keep showing you because I'm so proud of how that looks, and doing preparing for tomorrow. So, everybody, thank you for watching the channel this year. My next stream is going to be the 2nd of January. And I'm going to take this opportunity to wish you and all your families a really good Christmas and a really happy New Year. Thank you for supporting me. It's been a ball and I just love this community. And I hope that we can all bond together and have an even more enjoyable 2020. So, oh, that was touching. Anyway, look, before I get too emotional, I'm going to leave it there. Take care.